Hey YouTube, Kira Twig here, bringing you my Madolche deck profile for August 2012. We'll go ahead and go through the deck profile. I've been wanting to build Madolches now for a while, so I thought I'd bring you guys the deck profile. It's a pretty good deck. It's mostly a fun deck at the moment, but when the next pack is released, it'll get more competitive, so let's go ahead and get started. I run two Madolche Pudding Cess. All Madolches have an effect of when they're destroyed by an opponent's monster by battle or by card effect, you can shuffle them back into your deck. And Pudding Cess's effect is when you have no monsters in your graveyard, she gains 1800 attack, and whenever she's attacked or she does attack, you can target one card your opponent controls and destroy that card. So she's pretty good, but I run two. I feel three is a dead draw. I also run two Madolche Madolche. I want to run three of her, but I only have two at the moment. She is mostly your searcher of the deck. When she's normal or flip summon, you can add one Madolche monster from your deck to your hand. And like all Madolches, when she's destroyed by battle or card effects, she's shuffled back into the deck. Once I get three Madolche Madolche, I'll only be running two Chevalier, but for now I'm running three. He's pretty much your attacker of the deck, 1700 attack. And while he's on the field, he's with other Madolches, he's the only monster your opponent can select as an attack target. So I run three of him at the moment, but I will be running two once I get a third Madolche. I also run two Butlerisk. He's pretty much your searcher for the field spell. When he's normal summoned and you have another Madolche on the field, you can search your deck for one field spell, so he's pretty good also. 1500 attack as well. And I also run three Madolche Mew Few. This monster is really good in the deck because with her, when it's normal summon, you can special summon one Madolche monster from your hand, so it could be any of them. That even includes Pudding Cess. The only bad thing about him is cards like Madolche and Butlerisk rely on being normal summon to get their effects. So mostly you either want to use him to do an exceed summon or to just swarm the field for defense. And I also run two Madolche Bapple. He's pretty much for defense as well with 1800 defense. Can't go wrong there. And when he's normal summoned, you can target one face-up attack position Madolche you control and one face-up attack position monster your opponent controls and switch them to defense, and it cannot be changed until the end of your opponent's next turn. So it helps stall your opponent as well. That's all the Madolches I run for the deck at the moment. I also run two Guardian Iados. She really specializes in having no monsters in the graveyard, and you can special summon her when you don't. So she's really good in the deck, and she's got 2500 attack points, so one of your heavy hitters. I also run two Gen X Ally Birdman. I like to run monsters in this deck that don't have a problem cluttering up the graveyard, and Birdman is one of these monsters because you can simply send a monster like a Madolche back to your hand to special summon it, and when it leaves the field, it's removed from play. So I run two of him. And another card like that I like to run, I run two Battle Fader. Pretty much for more defense against your opponent from direct attacks and all that. And when he leaves the field, he's also removed from play. So I also run two of him. That's it for the monsters. We'll go on to spells now. I run three Madolche Chateau. This is one of your main cards for the Madolche monsters. When this card is activated, shuffle all Madolche monsters in your graveyard back into your deck. And any Madolche monsters that would be shuffled back into the deck from their own effect goes to your hand instead. So it's great recycling power for the deck as well. And another bonus is all Madolche monsters on the field gain 500 attack. So it gives them that extra boost that they need as well. Run three of those. And for searching for it, I run one Terraforming. Another card I like for recycling the graveyard, two Pot of Benevolence. This card allows you to shuffle two cards from either graveyard back into the user's deck. So you can use it for spells, traps, and even monsters. Like let's say if you got Iados in the graveyard and you want to get her out, use this card and you got that problem solved. But you can only use it once per turn like Pot of Duality. But I like to run two of those. And I also run Dark Hole, Book of Moon, and two Mystical Space Typhoon. And we'll move on to traps. I run two Safe Zone just to protect your Pudding Cess because when she attacks or is attacked, you can activate her effect, but you kind of want to keep her on the field to use it again, so just use Safe Zone to protect her. And I also like to run The Huge Revolution is Over just to protect my field spell and my monsters on the field. It's pretty much a Starlight Road counter trap. And I also like to run 2D Prison, a Mere Force, 2 Warning, and a Solemn Judgment. And that's it for the main deck. We'll move on to the extra deck. I like to run Synchros and Exceed monsters in this deck. I run Black Rose Dragon, Ancient Fairy Dragon, Gen X Ally Triforce to use with the Birdman, Gaia, the Force of the Earth, and Iron Chain Dragon for Synchros, And for the Exceed monsters, I use Utopia, Fairy King from the new pack, Gemnite Pearl, Temtempo, Leviathan Dragon, Soul of the Silver Mountain from the new pack, Wind Up Zen Mains, Giga Brilliant, Steel Swarm Roach, and Photon Papilla Operative. That's it for the extra deck. We'll move on to my side deck now. For side, I run 2 Malefic Stardust and also 2 Stardust. This is pretty much if you need more offense for your deck when you're playing somebody. Malefic Stardust works with the Chateau spell card. Get him out, he protects it, and he's also a heavy hitter. So I run those. I want to run 2 Necro Gardener. Once again, he's like Battle Fader. You remove him from play from the graveyard. He solves that problem of keeping it empty, and he negates one of the attacks. I want to run 2 of him, but I only have 1 at the moment. I also run Pot of Avarice in case you need that extra shuffle ability. XYZ Reborn, if you have Exceed monsters in the graveyard you need to get out. And 2 Bottomless. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the deck profile. Hope you guys enjoyed. I will be changing this deck profile up a lot after I do a lot more testing with it, because decks always change, and you and I both know that. So hope you guys enjoy the deck profile. Please like and subscribe, and Kira Twig out.